Welcome to Logical Ayurveda. Today we are going to see the difference between Neelibringadi Tailam, Malatyadi Tailam and Ayyapala kera Tailam. So before going into the topic, I wanted to talk a thing about social media a little bit. We live in an era of social media dominance and we see Ayurveda trending everywhere, which is a good thing and a bad thing as well. There are a lot of fitness influencers, fit tubers, YouTubers giving serious advice about Ayurvedic medicines called Kumkumadi, Neelibringadi Tailam and Ashwagandha tablets, etc. So I'm very happy that these things reaches masses. Don't mistake me, I'm very happy that a lot of people are trending about Ayurveda, but I'm afraid that it never send a wrong message to the people. Okay, so having said that, let us move into the topic. So Neelibringadi Tailam, Neelibringadi kera Tailam, we have a detailed analysis of the Neelibringadi Tailam contents, where to use, where not to use, where to give, which patient you should not give, etc. So it mainly contains Neeli, Bringaraja, Datri, coconut milk, cow's milk, buffalo's milk, goat's milk, Gunja and Anjana, and Tila Tailam or kera Tailam as the base. So in Falashruti it is mentioned that Neelibringadi's Kesha Sanjananayet Param. For Sanjanana of Kesha, improving the hair growth and reducing the hair fall, it is very good. So let us break down content one by one. Neeli has an excellent Vishahara property. See, in Kerala, it's a common practice that medicines containing Neeli are used as a Vishahara Dravyas. Neeli Daladi kera Tailam, Neeli Tulasiyadi kera Tailam. This is taught to me by Mahadevan sir that Neeli has an excellent Vishahara property as well. And it has other property which is Kesha Krishnikarana, which is changing the grey hairs. That property is very useful in Neelibringadi Taila. It is especially when you tell Neelibringadi Taila, the first thing that comes to your mind is that it reduces the grey hairs. That is because of mainly the Neeli inside it. Even in Tamil Nadu, Neeli is called as Avri Podi. Neeli powder is called Avri Podi. In Tamil, it is very famous for being a natural hair coloring agent. So, and Neelibringadi also contains Anjana, lead sulfide for Kesha Krishnikarana also. So thereby, these two contents helps in improving or reducing the grey hairs. So another one is Bringaraja. Bringaraja is Kesham by Prabhava. It's Param Kesham. So Bringaraja is available in our hair oils. Leave that. Amalaki, Datri. Datri is also very Kesha. So it contains Amalaki, coconut milk, Ajak Shira, Mahisha Shira, Gok Shira, etc. All are Shita and Brahmana in nature. Now, here comes the problem. Now, if you prescribe Neelibringadi to a patient with Pitta Vriddhi and extreme dryness in the scalp, it will give wonders to the patient as influenced by masses in the social media. But as it contains all this dravya and it is coolant in nature, it is Brahmana in nature, when you give it to the patient who has sinusitis, Kaphaja Shirashula, or allergic rhinitis of Kaphaja nature, Kaphaja Pratishaya, or who has less density of hair, or alopecia areata, where you should give some other medicine which is Kaphahara in nature, or some other Taila, Ushna Tailas like Malatyadi. There you prescribe Neelibringadi, it will give absolute zero effect or a negative effect to the patient. I have seen so many patients sinusitis increasing just because I prescribed Neelibringadi kera Tailam, and later when I changed the Taila, they felt a lot better. So Neelibringadi, not only Neelibringadi, anything in Ayurveda is not a one size fits all prescription. You cannot make it common and give it to everyone. You get neither Ashwagandha nor Neelibringadi nor any medicine nor Kumkumadi Taila you can give to everyone in the world. You have to analyze the dosha of the patient and then only you can prescribe. That is the problem exactly when it is trending in the social media. When it reaches the masses, people don't understand it has an associated negative effect when it comes to prescribing a wrong people or taken without a proper guidance. I am a greedy Ayurveda practitioner who wants the best for my patients. So what I used to do is, I used to mix Neelibringadi Tailam, Kayunyadi Tailam and Kuntala Kanti Tailam, all these mixed together. Why? Because my concept is that I want all the goodness of all Keshas, Triphala, Musta, everything together. So I used to mix it and I used to prescribe in the special condition where there is Pitta Vriddhi and where there is hair graying, etc., where patient has Rukshata. In such cases, I used to prescribe and I used to put my clinic name and charge it at a premium, and it was very successful combination till date, and people are crazily buying it. So we can find it out such similar combination through Yukti, mix it them so that their Prabhava gets increased, and we can make a special combination out of it. Today we are going to see about Malatyadi Tailam. Last video we discussed in detail about Neelibringadi Tailam. So today we are going to see in detail about Malatyadi Tailam. So last video we also discussed about importance of choosing the Taila according to the dosha and according to the Prakriti Vikriti of the patient, and not depending on like choosing a single Taila or one size fits all prescription for everyone. So in this video, you'll find out how unique is Malatyadi Tailam and what its applications are and where exactly it will be suitable for prescribing this Tailam. Now, Malatyadi Tailam has 4 ingredients: Malathi, Jasminum grandiflorum, Naktamla, it is also called as Karanja, and it is called Pungamia pinnata, which is known by the famous drug of Punga in Tamil, and Karavira, Nerium indicum, Agni, Chitraka or Plumbago xylonicum. So it contains 1, 2, 3, 4, out of which 3 are Ushna. This Taila action is considered to be Ushna, Kafahara, Kafavilayana, increases Pitta, promotes hair growth. Now, where this should be used and where this should not be used. 1. It is exclusively, uniquely and preferably used in alopecia areata or Indralupta. Why it is exclusively used in Indralupta? Because it is containing all the Ushna Dravyas, all the Lekhana Dravyas which are useful in hair growth regeneration for the patient of Indralupta. Where Indralupta, different acharyas have different opinions, but in common practice, in general practice, at least in my clinical practice, I found out that it is very Kafaja in nature. Internal medicine may vary on the doshas, but external medicine should be always given as Ushna. So that is why we have the Indralupta Mashi there. So for the patient of Indralupta or alopecia areata, I make sure that Kapha is involved and Pitta is not involved by following a series of questionnaire that Pitta is not involved and Kapha is only involved. Like patient's history or patient's Nidana will be having, they will be very lethargic, they will be having cholesterol rich foods, they won't be following any exercise, and they will be inside their homes only, and they will do all the kapha promoting activities that ends up in them having alopecia areata, and they will have madhura aharas, etc., and they will have oily foods. So even for alopecia areata in Siddha medicine, it is called, in Tamil it is called Puluvettu. Pulu means worms. They are telling that alopecia areata particular disease is completely caused by Kafaja krimis. So why krimis getting increased? Because of kapha, tila, guda, jaggery and sugar, on all those activities that increases kapha, causes kafaja krimis, which goes and sits there in the scalp, causing the Indralupta or alopecia areata. So the external application should be always Ushna. Indralupta Mushi gives excellent results in alopecia areata. So what we do, either there are 2 things that I do. One, first scrubbing of Indralupta Mashi on the alopecia areata side, followed by after some time followed by the application of Malatyadi Tailam. Or I will ask both to mix, both Indralupta Mashi and Malatyadi Tailam mixed, and I will prescribe to the patient for external usage. Now, I prefer always using Malatyadi Tailam instead of Malatyadi Kera Tailam. That is Tila Taila as a base instead of Kera Taila. Why? We need Ushna here. So we need Tila Taila than Kera Taila. In active disease phase, for curing, always use Malatyadi Tilatailam, and after you cure the disease, for maintenance you can give kera Taila. Okay, so simple Tilathaila and kera Taila usage is also based on doshas, and you cannot go on randomly selecting kera Taila and Tilathaila for different patients. So where else this can be used? It has excellent results in alopecia areata that we have discussed. Many patients of kafaja nidanas, kafaja ahara viharas and kafaja dushti come. Okay, for such patients, like, sir, I have reduced density of hair. I used to have more density of hair before, but now I do not have that density, but I have no other problem associated. I do not have any psoriasis or itching or anything associated, but my density is very, very low. How to improve this density? In such cases, you can prescribe Malatyadi Tailam, or if you want, if it is very mild in nature, you can also prescribe Malatyadi kera Tailam instead of Tiratailam. So in such condition, it will increase the density of the hair, but you should make sure that the pitta is not involved. How can you understand that pitta is involved? Excessive itching should not be there, or flaky psoriasis should not be there, burning sensation should not be there. So for such a questionnaire should be prepared, and make sure that pitta is not involved. For such patients it can be used, and one, not only external preparation, for internal preparation also, internal medicine also I give for curing alopecia areata. Mostly I give Narasimham tablet of Sitaram company, which contains all the Kafahara medicines. That is excellent in promoting the hair growth. And I also give Guglu Tiktaka Kashaya or Guglu Tiktaka Grita. Guglu Tiktakam is very hot in nature, so it promotes hair growth also. Tikta is Asti Vardhana and Kesha Vardhana. So I prescribe Guglu Tiktaka Kashaya or Guglu Tiktaka Grita. Similar Tailas of Malatyadi are, we also discussed similar Taila of Neelibringadi or Kuntalakanti Tailam and Kayunyadi Tailam, but similar Taila of Malatyadi are Durdrapatradi Tailam. Durdrapatradi Tailam contains Datura as a main ingredient, but I find I do not mix Durdrapatradi with Malatyadi, because I find Durdrapatradi is very effective. Its Prabhava is very good in dandruff and mild itching. When the patient say I have dandruff along with very mild itching, then I prefer Durdrapatradi because it's excellent in reducing. So this is all about Malatyadi Tailam and how to use in a particular condition of Malatyadi Tailam. So today we are going to see about yet another Taila called Ayyapala kera Tailam. So let us analyze the contents of the Ayyapala kera Tailam. Ayyapala kera Tailam contains Ayyapala, that is Shweta Kutaja, Vaidya tinctorium, and Nimba, and kera Taila as a base. So let us break it one by one. Ayyapala Shweta Kutaja is a Stamana Dravya. What does it cause Stamana? What does it stop? What does it arrest? It arrests exfoliation of the skin. So thereby it is prescribed in psoriasis. You remember the other Kutaja? The Kutaja is also a Stambhaka Dravya. It is used in bleeding piles to stop bleeding. It is used to stop menstrual bleeding. It's used to stop dysentery. Similarly, Shweta Kutaja is used to stop exfoliation in psoriasis. It has the prabhava of stopping the exfoliation, excessive exfoliation in psoriasis. So it also contains Nimba. Nimba is also Shitavirya. It is Ruksha. Ayyapala is also Shitavirya, Ruksha. Nimba is Karmigna. Nimba is coolant. Nimba is Tvacha, etc. There are a lot of things about Nimba. And it is having kera Tailam as a base. The beauty or speciality of this oil is it is very simple to make. You have coconut oil, you have the leaves of Shweta Kutaja, that is Ayyapala, and Nimba. You put together in coconut oil, you keep it in sunlight for 48 hours, this Taila gets ready. And you filter all the leaves, take out the oil and use it. This is a very, very simple formulation. It does not require, it is an Anagni Taila. It's not cooked. It's done by Paka from sunlight. So, so the combined action of this Taila is Shitavirya and it is Ruksha and coconut oil is base. It is Tridoshahara. So whenever there is a psoriasis, there is always a type of 3 doshas involved. So whenever there is a Kandu, there is a mixture of Kapha and Pitta involved. Many people ask me doubts, sir, you tell Kandu as because of Pitta. But it is in Shloka it is told that it is Kaphe Kandu. No, it's not Kaphe Kandu. Actually it has to be understood like Pitta Kafe Kandu. That is a proper explanation. I'm not challenging the Acharyas. Acharyas has told, see, Kapha is having natural Skandhatvanna guna or solid guna. For the Kapha to get Vilayana, some Ushna should be there. Some Pitta should be there. Then only Kapha will get Dushti and Sthana Samshraya of Kapha will happen. You can also refer to the Kapha Samprapti videos. So that is also given here. So coming back to Ayyapala Kera Tailam, it is Shita Virya, so it is Pittahara. It is Ruksha, so it is Kaphahara. It is given by coconut Taila as a base, so it is Vatahara. So it is Tridoshahara and it proves an excellent remedy in psoriasis. It is also same Taila is used in Siddha also. They have a separate formulation called Vetpale Tailam, which is a huge which is used by huge number of people. It also contains the same contents. It only contains Vetpale and Kera Tailam. Does not contain Nimba. It only contains Shweta and Kera Tailam. So similar, this is used in 777 patent hair oil. That is also a huge success. So all these Tailas are used in psoriasis, and which gives a very good result. It arrests that exfoliation. So people will come and complain, sir, I do itching, some scales are falling out of my scalp. In such condition, Ayyapala Kera Taila is the best combination that is available in this planet. So coming back to where it should not be used. See, sir, Neelibringadi Tailam is also having Shita Virya. Ayyapala Kera Tailam is also having Shita Virya. Why can't we use Neelibringadi instead of Ayyapala Kera Tailam? No. See, Neelibringadi, it contains all cow's milk, goat's milk, etc. It is Shita Snigdha in nature. Whenever there is Pitta, because of Pitta there is Ruksha involved, because of Pitta there is Shaya involved, because of Pitta there is excessive hair fall, because of Pitta there is excessive graying. In such condition, you choose a Shita Snigdha hair oil called Neelibringadi or Kuntalakanti or Kayunyadi Taila. But whenever there is exfoliation involved, whenever there is itching is present, to arrest that, whenever there is psoriasis involved, you are using Ayyapala Kera Tailam. So the difference is very, very clear. Sir, Ayyapala Kera Tailam is little Shita, but if you want something Ushna, some dandruff is there, Kapha is more, sir. Pitta and Vata is less in this patient, but Kapha is more. Which Taila can I use? There is a Tailam in Vaidyaratnam called Brihad Dantapala Tailam, which also contains same Shwetakuja etc. But it also contains the Kalka of Jyotishmati and Bakuchi, which are Ushna in nature. Bakuchi is Ushna. So it is a little, when Kapha is involved, you can use this Brihad Dantapala Tailam instead of using the Ayyapala Kera Tailam. So the similar Taila of Ayyapala Kera, which is having similar result, is Durva. Durva is also Stamana Dravya, Durva is Pittahara, etc. Similar Taila of Ayyapala Kera Tailam is Durvadi Kera Tailam. We can also mix Ayyapala Kera Tailam along with the Durvadi Kera Tailam. So where it should not be given, Ayyapala Kera Tailam should not be given where there is a complete case of Kapha, dandruff without itching, seborrheic dermatitis with no itching, no exfoliation, etc. Wherever there is a pure Kapha involved, in such conditions, you should not give Ayyapala Kera Tailam. Better to go for Malatyadi or Durdura Patradi. Wherever there is a scalp psoriasis and wherever there is Kandu involved, wherever there is exfoliation involved, then only it is a better choice to choose. Remember, this also acts as only symptomatic treatment, and the psoriasis also has to be treated from inside. Then only proper result will be there. But yes, symptomatically this will arrest hair fall very much. When the hair fall is because of psoriasis, Ayyapala Kera Tailam is the best drug that is available.